What's up, bro? It's your boy Jersey Boy Aaron Brooks. You find me on Facebook, subscribe to my YouTube channel at Jersey Boy Aaron Brooks. Real quick, I just want to say something to get this off my chest about a lot of these white content creators, why a lot of white people are resorting to racism for clicks and views. The thing is, a lot of these guys, man, they don't have any talent. You know, they are the losers of society, you know. A lot of these guys, man, white people, let me tell you something. Racism is an inferiority complex, okay? It stems from a place of insecurities. Because like people like Nick Fuentes and stuff like that, they don't know why they don't like black people. Black people, this and that. Nick Flint says, right, you grew up in Chicago, which is segregated. You probably never, all this shit you're talking about is from the fucking internet. It's not even from a personal experience. Nick Flint says can't name 10 personal black people he know. And this another guy, Savagely Loud, from Portland somewhere. There's no fucking black people there. White people, right, they generalize black people, right, from what they see on the internet. It's not from a personal experience. Never. They not seeing, they're a white person, right, this is how you know they're obsessed with black people, right? They go on the internet, okay? This is what I keep trying to tell people. They see what's on the internet, okay? And then they make that a reality for black people. These are not personal experiences. They generalize black people from what they see on the fucking internet. They create these white people have this guilty conscience. And because they have a guilty, and they can't say that they don't. You know why they have a guilty conscience? Like I said, it sucks to be a white person because you have a false sense of reality. All this stuff about black crime, black murder. No, you're white. You're white. You're white. Can't no white person say shit about violence. White people, you're the most violent people on the planet. You rape, you murder, you kill everywhere you went. And you don't like, that's woke. They don't like hearing the truth. The reason why black history and anything pertaining to any type of injustice that they committed is offensive because it destroys their false sense of reality. They created this shit in their mind that they're the saviors of society, they're the heroic figures of society. You're not. You're not. Your culture is degenerate. All your ancestors were degenerates, all of them. You come from a degenerate culture. You want to talk about black crime? You're white. You got us beat 10 times more than drive-bys in Chicago. It's nothing. That's nothing. Nothing compared to what you done. You got us beat 10 times more. White people act like they shit don't stink. Sweep before their own door. They are so obsessed with black people, right? This over-focus and this over-exaggeration about black crime. You use black people as a scapegoat to deflect from your own degenerate behavior. Black crime. They're so stupid. We're going to say it's roughly 48 million black people. There's about 2 million in prison. Not even half a fucking million that's in jail for fucking violent crime. You people create this boogeyman narrative, this boogeyman mindset that you have. Oh, they keep talking about the girl killed in the fucking train. That had nothing to do with race. That was wrong. That was wrong. But black people, we can do the same thing. Notice how when the black person does something, right, they over highlight it, right, because it fits their narrative, right? But they don't talk about Sade Robinson, she went on a date with a white man, 19 years old, and he chopped her body up. Same thing with a black woman was messing with a white guy. He chopped her body up and left it in the attic somewhere. They cherry pick incidents. They would see any incident. They keep talking about that fucking girl in the train. Black people, we can do the same. And I keep saying to white people, you guys have this mindset that black people are out to get you. And the reason why you think that way is because white people think that black people want revenge. They always thought that. They think that we want revenge. When we're not thinking like that, they are always, you notice how they always in survival mode? They always in getting ready to prepare themselves for some type of conflict. Because this happens when you're white and your race is responsible for just damn near was everything fucked up in the world, and then they tell themselves that they brought people's civilization. No, you did not. White people, you didn't bring nobody's civilization. You invaded. You took resources. You came, listen to me. This idea Africa was just mud huts. No, it was not. It was not. Europe was in a decline. It was a lot of famine, diseases, and a lot of wars that plagued Europe. Europe was never a proper civilization, never. They left Europe into Africa to seek resources. They were dying off. They needed help. So why did they go to Africa? Because they understand that Africans, older people, older than them, been around, know about medicine. Africans know about healing the body. They know how to grow food. All these things. They tell themselves that it was mud huts. The Africans were so stupid. They didn't have a civilization. No, you didn't have no civilization. And that's why they station like the Egyptians are not black. They were black. You just got nothing to do with it. They keep trying to create this feel-good version of history, and the reason why you mad at black people because black people crush reality, that your false sense of reality is not real. It's not real. You're not heroes in society. You're degenerates. Black crime. Black crime ain't got shit on white crime. You people commit genocide. You commit acts of genocide. You rape, you murder, you steal. The vast majority of black people are not doing nothing to you. We don't even live around you. They are so obsessed with black people. Nick Fuentes, you don't even live around black people. Nick Fuentes is so stupid. Nick Fuentes, 88% of white people are killed and harmed by white people. You are most likely to die from the hands of a fucking white person. He says, oh, I don't want to live around black people. Who cares? That's not going to decrease the fact that you as a white person is going to be most likely killed, harmed by a white person. Look at Charlie Kirk. This man spent his whole fucking life, black people this, black people that, and it was a white person who took you out. A white man took you out. This man, Charlie Kirk, died with black people in his fucking mouth. And it was a white person that sent you to your fucking grave. My grandmother used to say all the time, they will let their house burn down to the ground worrying about black people. They so worried about black people. They white people will let their kids rape, run around killing, shooting up schools, and never address it because they so fixated worried about black people who they don't even live around. Or black people are killing white people 12 times more. Where? We don't live around you. Newark, New Jersey, murder rate, 90 murders, not even 1%. Chicago, 400 murders. You don't even make up, you make up 1% of the homicide victims. You don't even make up 1% of the homicide victims. And look, Nick Fuentes, savagely loud, dumbasses, and we take Chicago, Baltimore, St. Louis, we take Detroit, we take Cleveland, and we add the fucking murders. You don't even make up 1%. I'm getting mad. You don't even make up 1% of the murders. You don't live around black people. You're so worried about black people, but it's your own that's going to get you. It's ridiculous. They say shit like black people are so violent. Who tried to kill the president? Donald Trump was almost assassinated 3 times. 3 times by a fucking white person. But yet you walk around cherry picking incidents. It's ridiculous. Black people, we could sit here all day and point out the injustices and murders of the white community. There's no black version of Dylan Roof. There's no black version of Peyton Gentron. Peyton Gentron, what was that, 3-4 years ago? Walked into a supermarket and shot all those people. And then you got Nick Flake, they never talk about what they do. This man walked into a supermarket in Buffalo. He didn't even live around black people. Upstate New York, the biggest black population is Buffalo and I want to say Syracuse and parts of Albany. But, in parts of Syracuse. But he lived fucking 2 hours away. He drove 2 hours to Buffalo to kill black people who he didn't fucking live around. Where he lived in Conklin, New York, the black population is fucking zero. Portland, this guy Savage Loud has all this shit to say about black people. You don't flip around them. You cherry pick. Y'all cherry pick incidents. You cherry pick them. Or the girl that killed, they still talking about the woman killed on the train. The guy been arrested. That had nothing to do with race and miss us with this black people are killing you. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. You're lying. No, we're not. No, we're not. You feel that way because you done bad things. You murdered. You raped. You killed. You done bad things. You have to tell yourself and make black people the face of criminality and things that's legitimate to make yourself feel better. All this black crime, black murder, we don't live around you. The majority of black people are killing each other. They're not killing you. Nick Flake said he don't want to live around black people. Okay, fine, that's not going to decrease the fact that you are still going to be most likely die from a white person. Fine, don't live around black people. Who cares? They think that we care. You got the woman propaganda telling us how they want to say the N-word and they can say, who cares? We don't care. We don't care. No one, we don't care. Why y'all so obsessed with saying the fucking N-word? Who cares? The problem they have with it is they have been able to, it's the punishment, the consequences that comes with them being racist. That's the problem they have with it. Because originally white people could just, back then, say what the fuck they want. But now society has created a condemnation, but they want that back. They want to be racist and open with it. Savagely Loud, you're a clown. I'm going to send you this video. You're a clown. You're from Portland, Oregon, right? What's the black population there? And Portland, Oregon is like one of the most dangerous cities in America. You know the murder rate and the crime rate that's in Portland, Oregon, where there's no black people? Let's talk about what white people never talk about what they do. They have created this black boogeyman narrative, which is back, and you know what's funny? It's all this word about black people is backfiring on them. Because, and within their community, right, the murders and all the things that's happening, right, is by their own. It's by their own. And that's really the truth. They have an inferiority complex. This black fear that you have, and this black fear that you have is rooted in simply in the fact that you are scared that black people are going to rise up and be in position to do the same shit that y'all have done. But we don't think that way. We don't think that way. Now, everything they got to say about black people is from a negative perspective. It's the lowest common denominator. It's all they talk about. They want to talk about the projects and people who they don't even fucking live around. Savagely Loud, people like that, he don't know why he doesn't like black people. They have to, Nick Flake says, these experiences that they seen on the internet, these are not personal experiences. They don't even stand up on their own. I'd rather you Savagely Loud and all you other fucking white racists stand on it. Stop trying to say you're a racist because an experience you had a black person. That's not why you're a racist. Most of these people feel threatened by black people. They are in some type of secret competition with black people. And that's really the truth. Savagely Loud wants to be, I mean, these guys are so mediocre. They have no talent. Nick Fuentes and these guys, they have to talk about black people to be relevant. For people who they say they don't like, don't want to be around, don't want to live around, they stay talking about us. You got the Gypsy Crusader, a Mexican Indian, wannabe. Everything out of his mouth is nigga this, nigga that, nigga this. Like, bro, that's not offensive. You're not being offensive. Like, who, like, fine, you can, y'all say the N-word. You're not offending us, dog. That's not offensive. Like, we know that you guys are racist. You're not hurting nobody by saying the N-word. You're not hurting anybody. And that's really the truth. You guys are annoying. You have no talent. Most of these white incels get no pussy. Y'all get no buns. Y'all stay on the internet mad at black people all day. Nick Fuentes is one of these 30-year-old fucking virgins. This guy who's almost 30 years old gets no pussy. Stay at home all day playing the video game in his basement. Yelling the N-word on the internet. Black people who don't be around. I mean, think about it. Like I said, in Chicago, bro, over 400, 500 murders, right? And white people don't even make up a percentage. Even when you look at the robberies and everything, the crime that's happening, they don't even make up the numbers. They don't make up the numbers at all. So the Nick Fuentes proves black people point that y'all got these weird black boogeyman fantasies. Y'all got these black boogeyman fantasies, and they're really rooted in projections. That's really what it is, because like I said, they feel like black people they're gonna do something back to us one day, because they know what they have done to black people is wrong. They know that that's a moral thing. So they have to tell themselves that we're going to rise up and do the same thing to them, and really we're not thinking like that. Savagely Loud, you're a bitch. You're a bitch. You're a bitch. All you do is talk about black people low key, this and that, and bro, stop talking. If you don't like black people, why you keep talking about this for? Talk about something else. You got nothing else to talk about. Everything is the lowest common denominator, bro. Like, bro, get out of here, bro. Y'all use us for clicks and views. No talent. I've never seen so much people who don't claim they like a group of people so much, but they stay talking about this. Guy, white woman. Most of the white women ain't mad at because these white women are bouncing on soul poles. Every time you turn around, you see men in the fucking NFL, all the white girls got an NFL boyfriend. They can't stand that. Nick Fuentes with his little ass dick in his pants, because that's really basically the truth. Savagely Loud too, you little ass dick. Most of you incels got little dicks. That's really what it is. Small dick. That's really what it comes down to. Nick Fuentes gets no pussy. None. It's not because he's a Catholic, he's saving himself. No, you're not. And Nick Fuentes, you're ugly. You're not really an attractive guy. You talk weird. You got a voice inflection of a toddler. Like they trying to make this thing where being racist is relevant or making it seem like it's a thing, but you guys been racist. White people never stop being racist, so why you feel the need to come and tell us how you feel? Who cares? Who cares? We've been known this already. We've been known you guys have little dicks and you suffer from an inferiority complex. We know this already. Nick Fuentes, no pussy getting dude, trying to hide behind religion as to why you're a 30-year virgin. No, you have a small dick, you get no pussy. Savagely Loud gets no pussy. 40-year-old something man, gets no buns. They get same thing with Gypsy Crusader, no pussy. These guys, Myron Gaines, none of these guys get zero play. They get no game. They have no game. They get no buns. Everything about black people is some type of lowest common denominator. Like the way they think about black people is the fucking projects and people walking around with their pants down, hanging off their ass, yo yo yo, and got a gun in their hand. What's up, nigga? That's what they think about black people. You know why? They need that to make themselves feel good. Because you know why? Any blacks, they can't. Nick Flynn says he can't probably stand the sight of a successful black person who don't fit their boogeyman narrative. That's why you don't want to live around black people, Nick. It's the success, the black excellence that's bothering you. Savagely lie, all these guys that don't live around black people but got so much to say. Nick Flynn says a savagely lie, you can't probably name fucking 10 black people. Or even name 10 black experiences that you had. Y'all go on the fucking internet. The internet. Your perspective is from the fucking internet. The internet. You're on the internet. Of course, when you put something on the internet, it's viral. It's not a volume thing where it's happening all the time. The average black person is not in stores fighting, walking around with fucking bonnets on their head and stuff like that. No, you look for those images. You look for those things. Y'all got a fantasy about black people. Y'all get off by looking at stuff like that. But I'm gonna lay my plane like that, man. These guys are sick. They get off by looking at stuff like that. They look for those images. They search for that stuff. And that's really basically the truth, bro. These guys are sick, bro. They no type of pussy. They make all kind of pages, cherry picking incidents about black people doing things like, bro, y'all got all this time in the day. They got all this time in the day. That's what y'all do. And then this is why a white woman is bouncing on soul poles. See, women, let me give y'all some game. Nick Flynn says, Savage, let me give y'all some game. Females, they're not going to deal with an insecure man, but for so long, because insecurity, that's a female trait. That's not an alpha male trait. That's not a masculine trait. So what it is, right? They don't have masculine principles. They are insecure about themselves. So that's why they can't get women. A woman is not going to want a man who lacks masculinity. And insecurities and shit like that is not going to keep a woman. And that's why Nick Flynn says these guys gets no pussy. And that's really basically the truth. Savagely loud, these guys gets no pussy, bro. And they mad at black people. So racism is the thing now. We ain't trying to hide back how we feel. Who cares? You've been racist. You've been saying the N-word. You're not doing anything that's, oh my God, wow. These people are fucking weird, bro. You want to comment, you comment out.